This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. 10 Mojave River League and Desert Sky League standouts are first-team All CIF. Lineman Paki Fanau and Samisi Fain Gata from Oak Hills. Apple Valley's Raymond Polito, Sun Devils linebacker Dustin Reynolds, running backs Frederick Hunter, Silverado, Carson Cox, Oak Hills, Markai Shaw, Adelanto, and Cameron Smith, Granite Hills. Two more super sophomores, Victor Valley lineman Jayshawn Stone, 58, and Sultana quarterback Jacob Higgs. 4 members of Hesperia Christian's CIF 8-man championship team are first-team All-CIF. Patriots linebacker Kyle Day, 8-man player of the year. Quarterback Jared Bragg, running back Aiden Ortega, and defensive lineman tight end Arlen Custer. Oak Hills junior Paki Fanau, 6'5", 260-pound offensive tackle, is a repeat first-team All-CIF selection. At last count, at least 17 Division I colleges are recruiting Paki Fanau, who will be leading Coach Robert Metzger's Bulldogs' goal to three-peat as Mojave River League champions in 2023. Bulldog senior Samisi Fain Gata, 41, is all-area defensive lineman. The 6'2", 250-pound Samisi Fain Gata averaged 6 tackles a game. His 7 sacks led Bulldogs defenders. The third Bulldog earning first-team All-CIF honors is their number 1 offensive threat to return next season, sophomore running back Carson Cox. Carson Cox led all Mojave River League ball carriers with 1,215 yards rushing and a league-high 20 touchdowns, 18 on the ground, 2 touchdown passes for the 6'1", 172-pound speedster. Carson Cox is fast emerging the most highly recruited running back in the area. He just returned from visits to the University of Arizona and Arizona State. Those Sun Devils aggressively recruiting both underclassmen Carson Cox and Paki Fanau. Apple Valley's Raymond Polito is 3 times All-State and 3 times first-team All-CIF. Raymond Polito is named San Bernardino County Player of the Year by Fox Sports. The 6'7" at 6'6" and 340, his playing weight his senior year, Raymond Polito became the High Desert's most highly recruited football player, recruited by over 30 D1 schools. He has trimmed down to 315 pounds as he prepares to continue his football career at the University of Arizona. 36. Dustin Reynolds, another 3-time All-CIF Sun Devil. Dustin Reynolds is the Mojave River League Defensive Player of the Year for a second time. 2 years ago in his sophomore season, he was the league's most valuable player defensively. Last year, the 6'2", 225-pound linebacker was first-team All-League and then first-team All-CIF upon leading Apple Valley to the CIF Division III championship game. This year, he averaged 9 tackles a game and recorded a team-high 4.5 sacks. Dustin Reynolds was also Apple Valley's leader in touchdowns scored. This run against Murrieta Valley ranks among the most sensational displays of raw determination, second, third, and fourth effort this veteran sportscaster has ever witnessed. Dustin Reynolds plays next for the Division I Big Sky Conference Northern Arizona University Lumberjacks, where he'll be reunited with former Sun Devils quarterback Jeff Widener. Silverado's Frederick Hunter is first team All CIF. The 6'1", 175-pound running back was 3 times an All Desert Sky League selection. He carried for 1,076 yards his senior year for the DSL champion Hawks and accounted for 18 touchdowns, 16 running the ball, 1 a TD reception, and 1 a kickoff return for a touchdown. Granite Hills running back Cameron Smith is first team All CIF. The 5'9", 150-pound junior has twice been first team All Desert Sky League. This year, Cameron Smith amassed just under 1,400 yards total offense and scored 19 touchdowns, 14 running the ball, 4 receiving Byron Rivas passes, and 1 kickoff return for a touchdown.
If you were a superhero, Cameron, what superhero would that be and why?
I like Flash. Flash will always be my go-to hero because like he's just fast. He could get to one direction, then another, just like that. So quick of a snap, pretty much, yes, sir.
Cameron Smith is one of but 4 underclassmen named first team All CIF. Adelanto Saints running back Markai Shaw, 3, earns first team All CIF honors. The 6'1", 225-pound senior accumulated 974 all-purpose yards for the Saints. A two-way starter, Markai Shaw was among Saints' leading tacklers from his strong safety position. Victor Valley's Jayshon Stone, 58, is first team All CIF his sophomore season. Jayshon Stone, 6'1", 240, a two-way starter for the Jackrabbits among Coach Robert Kistner's tackles leaders. The other sophomore sensation earning first team All CIF honors is Sultana quarterback Jacob Higgs. The 6'1", 176-pound signal caller led the Sultans' resurrection from a lower-tier team in the MRL to bona fide contenders. Sultana made the postseason for the first time since 2018. Jacob Higgs earned Daily Press Offensive Player of the Year recognition, as well as being named to the All-Mojave River League team. Jacob Higgs accounted for 49 touchdowns, 34 scoring passes, 14 touchdowns running the ball, and 1 pass reception for a touchdown. That came in the Sultan's CIF playoff game, where he accounted for 7 touchdowns in that game alone. Hesperia Christian's Kyle Day is All CIF 8-man Division II Player of the Year. The 6'6", 210-pound linebacker averaged 9 tackles a game for the CIF champion Patriots, 62 career solo tackles, 3 fumble recoveries his senior year, and this interception in the CIF championship game. Kyle Day was simply dominant in that championship victory, recording 17 tackles.
That's number 1, Kyle Day.
Fellow senior quarterback Jared Bragg is All CIF. The 6'1", 165-pound Jared Bragg proved his dual threat capabilities in the CIF title game, going 5 for 5 at one stretch that included 2 scoring passes and carrying but 3 times for 84 yards. Jared Bragg reverses field and battles his way all the way to the Lancers' 32, a pickup of 40 yards. Jared Bragg threw 23 scoring passes his senior year. Running back Aiden Ortega scored 5 touchdowns in that CIF championship game, contributing to his selection as first team All CIF. The fleet-footed, 6', 175-pound Aiden Ortega led the team in scoring with 27 touchdowns his junior year. He was second on the team in rushing yards behind Jared Bragg. Arlen Custer, 23, was a standout on both offense and defense. Among tackles leaders from his defensive end position, he was a scoring threat as a tight end on offense this touchdown pass in the CIF championship game. At 6'2", 200 pounds his junior year, Arlen Custer also handled kicking chores for the Patriots and doubled at times at quarterback. He threw 17 scoring passes. Junior defensive back Caleb Lewis, 21, is All CIF second team, giving the Patriots 5 players receiving All CIF recognition. In addition, Patriots coach Alex Vanderwedde is named 8-Man Division II Coach of the Year. Video Sports flashes back to High Desert All CIF standouts from seasons past. Serrano linebacker John Mackesy, 2014 CIF Defensive Player of the Year. Mackesy, one of 15 High Desert players named First Team All CIF 2014. Oak Hills linebacker Brad Kistner, 9, All CIF. Silverado linebacker and DSL Defensive Player of the Year Chance Padilla, 22. Oak Hills Chris Richardson, 6'3", 280-pound, number 76. Serrano sacks leader Trent Coons. Serrano defensive back Adam Brown. Tyrese Myers of Silverado and Gary Reese of Hesperia, all CIF. On offense, Gino Mastandria, Oak Hills wide receiver. Bulldogs offensive lineman, center Ricky Lineman, and guard Joe Rodriguez. Silverado wide receiver Michael Bonham. Silverado offensive lineman Augustine Beltran. Serrano workhorse Jordan King. Diamondbacks wide receiver Tanner Cornell, the lone junior among High Desert players named All CIF. Serrano running back Sultan Sullivan, his CIF Southern Section Eastern Division Offensive Player of the Year. Oak Hills defensive lineman Anthony Moran, his Defensive Player of the Year. The 5'9", 238-pound Moran helped lead Oak Hills to the CIF Southern Section Eastern Division title. Oak Hills defensive back Jeremiah Lorick and linebacker Noah Metzger are first team All CIF. Serrano defensive players Andrew Valencia, Anthony Hale, and John Bryan all earned first team recognition. Anthony Hale, 96, 6'1", 270-pound nose guard, a junior, 35 solo tackles. Linebacker John Bryan with the pass interception against Palm Desert in the CIF playoffs. Silverado linebacker Alberto Saucedo, first team All CIF. Saucedo earned Desert Sky League Defensive Player of the Year honors. Barstow Aztecs linebacker Ezra Peo, 33, 6', 180-pound senior. The All CIF team offense. Sultan Sullivan, Offensive Player of the Year, first in the state and fifth in the nation in rushing yards. Sullivan rushed for 3,209 yards and 50 touchdowns. Oak Hills quarterback junior Brandon Porter and sophomore lineman Vasilis Phipps earned first team All CIF honors. Brandon Porter threw for 2,616 yards and 27 touchdowns and rushed for 902 yards and another 8 touchdowns. Right guard Vasilis Phipps, 56, is a 6', 240-pound sophomore. 3 Serrano players, wide receiver Tanner Cornell, lineman Manuel Dorado, and lineman Mike Hill joined Sultan Sullivan as first-team selections on offense. Tanner Cornell, 11, a senior two-way starter, led the Diamondbacks receivers with 9 touchdowns. Barstow Aztecs running back Brandon Pierce helped lead Barstow to an undefeated league title while averaging 10.3 yards per carry. Silverado Hawks tackle Tyson Halling, 74, a junior, 6'5", 310 pounds. Silverado Hawks quarterback Levi Taylor named All CIF Southern Section Offensive Player of the Year. Hawks linebacker Mitchell Hamilton, CIF Southern Section Defensive Player of the Year. Levi Taylor, the junior quarterback, led all CIF Division IX quarterbacks with 3,930 yards total offense and 45 touchdown passes. Senior wide receivers Trevon Clark and Daniel Dexter are named to the Division IX All-CIF first team. Daniel Dexter caught 18 of those scoring passes. Trevon Clark on the receiving end of 13 touchdowns. Senior offensive lineman tackle Tyson Pauling and center Zachary Plant are first team All-CIF Southern Section. The Hawks linebacker Mitchell Hamilton, 12, is CIF Southern Section Defensive Player of the Year. The 6'2", 220-pound senior co-captain, 57 solo takedowns among his 143 tackles on the year. Defensive first team All-CIF honors also go to Hawks defensive backs Colby Foy and Troy Hall, and underclassman lineman Jerry Katoa, number 52, 6'4", 245-pound junior. Sophomore nose guard Tequil Ogbonna, 57, 5'8", 265 pounds. Oak Hills senior running back Aramis Aldridge earned CIF Division III first team honors. Aramis Aldridge, the Mojave River League Offensive Player of the Year, scored 21 touchdowns. He averaged over 8 yards per carry. Serrano punter Luis Chavez is first team All-CIF Division III. Apple Valley's Seth Baker is CIF Division X Defensive Player of the Year. The 5'10", 175-pound strong safety is the school's all-time tackles leader and becomes the first Sun Devil named CIF Player of the Year. 4 High Desert football standouts earn All-State honors. Silverado quarterback Levi Taylor and wide receiver Latavian Staples, Apple Valley free safety Seth Baker, and wide receiver and kick returner Keshawn Griffin. Hawks quarterback Levi Taylor rewrote all school passing and total offense marks, 7,768 passing yards and 94 touchdown passes over 2 seasons. Of Levi Taylor's 50 scoring passes in 2017, 18 go to fellow All-State selection Latavian Staples. Levi Taylor and Latavian Staples are joined on the All-CIF Division VIII team by 5 Hawks defensive standouts, junior lineman Tequil Ogbonna, the Desert Sky League Defensive Player of the Year. The 5'10", 265-pound junior is a repeat selection, first team All-CIF, as is senior defensive end Jerry Katoa. The 6'4", 245-pound Jerry Katoa, 6 sacks his senior year. Kick returner Deonze Nolan is first team All-CIF. Of Deonze Nolan's 16 touchdowns his senior year, 4 come on kick returns. He also caught 12 scoring passes. Defensive back Benjamin Moya, 21, is All-CIF. Benjamin Moya registers 35 solo tackles and 4 pass interceptions his senior year. Linebacker Tino Mao, 8, a junior, led the Hawks with 126 tackles and a team-high 59 solo stops. The 2 Apple Valley Sun Devils named All-State are a pair of 3-year starters for Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's Mojave River League champions, defensive back Seth Baker and explosive playmaker, defensive back, wide receiver, and kick returner Keshawn Griffin. Keshawn Griffin, the 6', 175-pound senior wide receiver, caught 11 touchdown passes, a single-season school record, and added 4 touchdowns on kick return. His 19 career touchdown receptions are a school record. Keshawn Griffin goes on to earn All-American honors in 2019 as a kick returner at Fullerton College. Joining Keshawn Griffin and Seth Baker as first-team All-CIF selections, 6'4", 275-pound lineman Grant Smith, 53, another 3-year starter. A pair of juniors from Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's record-setting offensive team earn first-team All-CIF honors, quarterback Jeff Widener and wide receiver Xander Witt. Quarterback Jeff Widener set school records for passing yards in a season, and his 35 touchdown passes, most in one season for a Sun Devils quarterback. Punter and place kicker Isaac Miles is first-team All-CIF. Isaac Miles' work was magnificent, a school record 53 points after touchdown in 56 attempts, while averaging 42 yards a punt. First-team All-CIF selections from the Oak Hills Bulldogs. Offensive lineman Jason Rodriguez, 75, 6'3", 310 pounds. Defensive lineman Reggie Gaines, 52, 6'2", 300-pound senior tackle. Brock Mather of Burroughs, 55, is Division IX Defensive Player of the Year. The Burroughs 5'11", 205-pound linebacker, shown here running down Apple Valley All-CIF wide receiver Chad Smith. Brock Mather led Burroughs with 149 tackles, 79 solo. Burroughs receiving first-team All-CIF honors on defense alongside Brock Mather. Lineman Wyatt Soto, 52, and defensive back Bryce Moore, 32, both seniors. On offense, lineman Tyler Gaska, 54, junior wide receiver Bryson Pippin, 6, and senior running back and leading Burroughs ball carrier Tony Ramirez, 23. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. Iwanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems. Silverwood. The developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community. We Got 'em Tees. Your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, Conference and Convention Center for the Victor Valley. The Holiday Inn supports our area's teams, schools, athletes, and sports programs. Adelanto leads the parade of High Desert football players receiving first-team All-CIF honors. 8 Saints named Division 13 first-team selections, and Saints coach Gali Wadud, Division 13 Coach of the Year. To the CIF Division 13 champions go the rewards. The Saints duo of underclassmen offensive superstars head up the list, running back Marshawn Buchanan and wide receiver Hosea Stokes. Marshawn Buchanan led all High Desert running backs his junior season, rushing for over 2,100 yards. Fellow junior Hosea Stokes is All-CIF at wide receiver. Hosea Stokes was the Saints' leading tackler in 2018 as well. Junior offensive lineman Kevin Hoskins, 53, senior wide receiver Corey Jones, 2, first team All-CIF on offense. Senior defensive tackle Fabian Allen, 50, linebacker Oren Landry, 44, senior free safety Coltrane Pearson, 3, and sophomore middle linebacker Joseph Tenna, 51, first team All-CIF on defense. Apple Valley quarterback Jeff Widener is Division 5 first team All-CIF. The 6'2½", 200-pound Sun Devils' all-time total offense, touchdown passes, and passing yardage record holder Jeff Widener will play in 2019 at Northern Arizona. Jeff Widener throws 53 scoring passes his senior season, 20 of them caught. by the 5'11", 180-pound Xander Witt, who leads the state in TD passes and receiving yardage. Xander Witt is first team All-CIF. Xander Witt plays next at NCAA Division II, Western Colorado University. Lineman Gabe Saudi, a third Sun Devil named first team All-CIF at 6'1" and 250. Gabe Saudi, one of the 4 Sun Devil seniors who were first team All-CIF. Cornerback David Blocker is first team All-CIF. On defense, the speedy two-way starter will play at Victor Valley College in 2019. The Mojave River League champion Oak Hills Bulldogs also have 4 first-team All-CIF selections, led by massive All-American offensive lineman Jason Rodriguez. Jason Rodriguez provided the year's best video sports post-game interview in the immediate aftermath of Oak Hill's title-clinching victory over Apple Valley.
Chemistry. All we had was chemistry. Our D-line tore shit up. Excuse my language. Our O-line had perfect chemistry. We all got our feet right. Our defense held them all in. Our O-line kept the ball on the field, and we scored every time. That's how we do it. Oak Hill.
The 6'7", 330-pound Jason Rodriguez is a Southern Cal Trojans commit. He and the 6'3", 305-pound Nofoafia Tulifono paved the way for the Bulldogs' Martinique Finn, first team All-CIF. The 5'10", 180-pound Martinique Finn rushed for 1,436 yards and scored 16 touchdowns, plus 4 two-point conversions for an even 100 points. Martinique Finn accumulated 1,537 all-purpose yards in the process. Bulldogs defensive end and sacks leader Ben Coffer. The 6'1", 235-pound senior recorded 6 sacks. A trio of Silverado senior standouts are first-team All-CIF Division VI interior detonators linebacker Tino Mao, 8, and repeat All-CIF nose guard Akil Obana, and two-way starter Nicholas Reed Casey, the team's leading ground gainer in 2018. Akil Obana, 57, 42 tackles for a loss his senior year. Tino Mao, 8, led Silverado in tackles for a second year in a row. Nick Reed Casey carried for just under 1,100 yards and scored 19 touchdowns as a Hawk his senior season. Serrano Diamondbacks' Nathan Hedberg, 36, receives Division VI First Team All-CIF honors. In 8-man football, Hesperia Christian's Hunter Dobbins was named Defensive Player of the Year in 8-man Division II. The Patriots' all-time tackles leader guided the Patriots to the 2018 CIF title game and ended his career with the school record 466 tackles. Jeremiah Fredu, the Patriots' leading ground gainer and Agape League co-most valuable player, First Team All-CIF, as are Braden Hampton, Nick Williams, and Richard Elmendorf. This Video Sports High School Football Flashback All CIF Stars Seasons Past, presented by Bid Fast and Last. Bid Fast and Last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Bid Fast and Last, liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today.
Congratulations on your first win.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid Fast and Last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. Silverwood, the developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community, support the teams, athletes, and sports programs of all our High Desert and Mojave River Valley schools. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, Conference and Convention Center for the High Desert. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.